Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a quick look outside our very nice weather window in this late August Friday afternoon. And this was our shot this afternoon. Is this gorgeous or what? Looking down from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. It's so sharp and brilliant, it almost looks, as I told Malcolm, almost like an oil painting or something like that. It's just gorgeous. And it was a nice day out there. You can also see some of those mid-level clouds. Most of those moved out of the area to the east as the storm system that was here yesterday moves by. But all in all, a beautiful day. And I'll tell you what, more is on the way. Saturday and Sunday this weekend look just fantastic. Lots of sun, very light wind for Saturday and Sunday with high temperatures, low to mid 80s on Saturday, mid to upper 80s on Sunday, before the wind picks up on Monday and Tuesday, and we begin a slow cool down. And I'll give you all the weather details coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Confluence Health reports of the 37 people hospitalized with COVID-19 in Wenatchee as of yesterday, 33 were unvaccinated. The Chelan-Douglas Health District is warning people not to use Invermectin to treat or prevent COVID-19. And a hacker who stole millions of pieces of personal information from T-Mobile allegedly did so by breaking into the wireless carrier's East Wenatchee Datacenter. But first, our top story tonight. When it comes to COVID-19 protection, Chelan County this week became the most vaccinated county east of the Cascades. Among residents aged 12 and up, the State Department of Health puts the county's rate of initiated vaccination at just over 71% and its fully vaccinated rate at 63.4%. The two most commonly used COVID-19 vaccines require 2 doses up to a month apart, and only one is available for kids aged 12 to 16. The percentage gives Chelan County the 5th highest starting vaccination rate in all of Washington, passed only by San Juan, King, Jefferson, and Whatcom counties. Confluence Health reports of the 37 people hospitalized with COVID-19 in Wenatchee as of yesterday, 33 were unvaccinated. All 33 were in intensive care or breathing with a ventilator. The 4 vaccinated patients needed less rigorous treatment. Dr. Scott Lindquist with the Washington Department of Health says while the Delta variant of COVID is battering hospitals right now, some relief might be on the horizon.
Our case counts are as high as they've ever been in the state of Washington. We've had a very steep increase in the number of cases. That is also mirrored, usually lags about 1 to 2 weeks behind the case count, but our hospitalization counts have also risen. The good news in this is in some of the incomplete data, we're seeing a stalling or a flattening of our rise in cases. So that's very promising. Not sure if that's going to hold over the next week or so. So we'll certainly update you guys next week as we see this data, but it's very promising to see a pause in the rapid rise in cases.
The Chelan-Douglas Health District is warning people not to use Invermectin to treat or prevent COVID-19. The drug is used for humans in treating parasitic worms, but only in specific doses. Another version of the drug is used for treating animals, and the health district said use of that drug by humans could be dangerous and cause serious harm. The Center for Disease Control issued its own warning Thursday after demand for Invermectin for use against COVID-19 soared in much of the country. A hacker who stole millions of pieces of personal information from T-Mobile allegedly did so by breaking into the wireless carrier's East Wenatchee data center. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, it's reported the alleged cyber thief, John Bin, said he gained access to more than 100 T-Mobile account servers through the Polaris data center in East Wenatchee. By that route, he claims to have stolen sensitive information on more than 50 million people, including Social Security numbers. Binns is an American living in Turkey. He's not been arrested or charged. The intrusion was discovered on August 17th. In a blog post today, T-Mobile CEO says, quote, "The last 2 weeks have been humbling, but promises the access points used in the attack have now been closed." Well, coming up next, all evacuation levels were lowered to level 1 get ready status this morning on the 25-mile fire off Lake Chelan. To save time and resources, the incident management team on the 25-mile fire have been parachuting supplies to those crews. 2 of the state's biggest wildfires burning in Okanogan County are nearing complete containment after burning more than 120,000 acres combined. And we'll have an update on this year's wildfire season from state fire officials. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
I'm Jared Sessler. You know, lately America's taken a few hits. Some say we've gotten behind, but know this, you can never count America out. Our commitment to hard work, innovation, and our love for freedom means we are poised for our greatest victories ever. The red, white, and blue has never been stronger, and that's why I'm your Republican candidate for Congress. Our setbacks are just a setup for our comeback. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
What you're doing is ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, you might as well throw up a screen door to block the summer smoke.
sometimes it gets
When we
warm.
breathe in the wildfire smoke, we are ingesting hazardous chemicals such as acetic acid and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. A lot of bad stuff, okay?
Well, yeah, that's why we...
Cardboard ain't gonna cut it.
So...
Go to chelanpud.org/save today.
Welcome back. In another news, all evacuation levels were lowered to level 1 get ready status this morning on the 25-mile fire off Lake Chelan, allowing hundreds of residents to return to their homes and properties. Some of the areas around the fire had been on level 3 get out now status since shortly after the fire started on August 15th. The fire has burned more than 11,000 acres and was 24% contained as of this morning. Firefighting efforts have been aided in recent days by some rain showers and the arrival of additional resources with the Type 1 incident management team. Well, many of the firefighters on the 25-mile fire off South Lake Chelan are working in remote, difficult-to-access locations. To save time and resources, the incident management team for the fire has been parachuting supplies to those crews, as explained by Air Operations Branch Director Sean Cox.
Hello, I'm Sean Cox, Air Operations Branch Director with Alan Sinclair's Southwest Area Incident Management Team 1. We're currently in command of the 25-mile fire on the Chelan Ranger District on the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest. I wanted to take a couple of seconds here to talk to you folks about paracargo and how we're delivering critical food supplies as well as firefighting logistical support for remote spike camps on the 25-mile fire. We're currently utilizing paracargo delivery for our primary means of delivering those supplies and equipment. Paracargo is simply the normal firefighting, food, equipment, fuel, water, etc. that we deliver all over the U.S., in Canada, and internationally to fires to support the firefighters. Paracargo is simply bulking that up, bundling it up, and dropping it from a fixed-wing smoke jumper aircraft with parachutes. We find this very advantageous, especially for this fire, due to the logistical constraints not only within our team on the logistics side of lack of personnel due to the amount of fires in the western U.S. occurring right now, but also because it's a force multiplier and we have other folks helping to employ and drop cargo quickly, thus also freeing up our rotor wing aircraft for tactical suppression operations. Paracargo has been around since the birth of smoke jumping, which occurred just up the road in Winthrop, Washington in 1939. Again, it is proving itself and its worth to continue this employment on a good way of delivering a large amount of cargo in a rapid fashion. So paracargo has been utilized on this fire due to the long travel times via road and helicopter to get critical and essential supplies to our firefighters to continue with their suppression objectives. For example, spike camps that are occurring in our Division November, our furthest southern division, are only accessible by road and then a 2 to 3 hour hike into a location where the firefighters can rest overnight.
Two of the state's biggest wildfires burning in Okanogan County are nearing complete containment after burning more than 120,000 acres combined and causing weeks of hazardous air conditions. The Cedar Creek fire, which closed down the North Cascades Highway for several weeks, is now 80% contained after burning more than 55,000 acres. Further north, the Cub Creek 2 fire is 70% contained after burning more than 70,000 acres. Those fires, in addition to the nearby Delancey and Muckamuck fire, poured heavy smoke into Twisp and Winthrop. Air quality this morning in both communities was measured as healthy. Record heat, persistent drought, and climate change have all contributed to this year's overwhelming wildfire season in the Pacific Northwest. This week, fire managers from multiple state and federal agencies held an online media roundtable to talk about the season thus far and what's likely ahead as our wildlands continue to burn.
Briefly, these statistics are all compiled by the National Interagency Fire Center. The number of fires and acres burned, those are reflective of the number of wildfires that have occurred as reported by both state and federal agencies. And then same goes for acres burned. Now note that these statistics are current as of reporting that was completed last night. And we are, of course, still in the month of August. And so we have some considerable time left on the calendar to accumulate more fires and acres burned. And really the take-home point here is when you look at our statistics this year, thus far, we're already north of 900,000 acres burned. And you can see here what the 10-year average is. And so we've already eclipsed it, and we haven't even reached September yet.
Our folks are tired. Our folks have been going, it's a transient workforce. They start wherever the fire season starts nationally. And they've been going for a long time, since May. And so it's just a cumulative fatigue for our folks. We're doing everything we can to provide them the rest and recuperation that we can, but as long as fire season continues on, that fatigue will continue on with our workforce.
All of those resources being stretched for the large fires, yes, it has affected resource drawdown. Now that some of those areas are starting to wane a little bit, more of the resources are being able to be kicked over to some of our other fires. Including those fires in Northern California. So, some things here, some takeaways, you're right. Based upon where the fires are, that does bring a drawdown, especially when we get to the large fire aspect. However, with the fires starting to wane in other places, nationally, we're being able to work with our national office, here within the Pacific Northwest, to be able to move some of those fire resources to provide a much needed relief and help, in containing and controlling those fire incidents.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multicare specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multicare is one stop, one location.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The new executive director of the Numerica Performing Arts Center started work this week. In tonight's feature story, J. Woody Lotz talked with Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz about what attracted him to the job and how he came to be hired.
I am from a 1 square mile town in Arizona. It's called Parker, and it's an agricultural community right on the Colorado River. And so this felt like coming back home immediately. And I had a friend who is the executive director of the Auburn Symphony, and she's originally from Wenatchee. And she said, "Hey, Woody, there's this job out there that I think you should apply for." And so I did my research, and I looked, and I saw Alex Haley and Mike Locke and Zach Massal and this wonderful staff. And I thought, there's something here. There's something really special here. And so I applied, and I was selected as one of the final 4 candidates, and then went through a selection committee process, big long interview, and then was selected to be one of the final 2 candidates, and did a public meet and greet. And it just became so apparent right away that there's so much love and passion and heart for the Numerica Performing Arts Center, from the staff to the board to the community. My wife and I, Osiris and I, had a lot of discussion about it, and I just kept telling her, this just seems like the right place, the right fit. I feel like I'm the right person. I don't get to make that decision. And I said, the night before I got the call with the job offer, I said, it's okay if we don't get it. It's okay. We've worked real hard. My wife and I came from affordable income housing. We had $25 in our bank account when we moved from Arizona to Washington. I bartended till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I knew I had put in the time and the effort, and had gone to grad school and worked at different arts organizations. And I said, it's okay. It's really going to be okay if we don't. And then I turned to her and I went, I'm getting a call tomorrow. It's going to be a yes. And she said, don't say that. And it turned out okay. And it turned out all right.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. It's the weekend, and I hope you had a great Friday today. It was a nice one out there, and here's that gorgeous shot once again from our Sky-Fi tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights. We call it the cross camera, looking down at our beautiful valley. And yeah, there were some mid-level clouds out there today. It did bring us some shade at times today, but temperatures were very mild. In fact, still a little bit below normal today, exactly like yesterday. Unofficially, it's 79 is our high. Our normal high now has dropped a degree to 83 degrees. This morning, we dropped down to 60 degrees. 58 is normal. 96 is our record high, and that was set in 2011. 47 our record low, going all the way back to 1960. Sun came up at 6:14 this morning and will set tonight at 10 minutes to 8. Let's take a peek at your Saturday's weather now, and I think everyone is going to like this weekend's weather. Winds are going to die down. We're going to see lots of sun for Saturday and warmer temperatures, just slightly though. 81 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 82 for Quincy, 83 will be one of the warm spots here in Wenatchee, 82 as well as we head up to Highway 97 in Entiat and also at Lake Chelan. Great day to be there tomorrow. Let's take a look at tonight now. Mostly clear skies. Still might see a little bit breezy conditions. We did have a steady breeze out there today. Mostly clear skies out there, and just mild temperatures overnight tonight, somewhere around normal. For Saturday then, just talked about it. It's going to be great. Sunny, calm winds out there with high temperatures in the lower to mid 80s for almost all of central and eastern Washington. On Sunday, even a little bit better if you like warmer weather. We're going to warm up into the mid 80s to upper 80s with lots of sunshine for Sunday. And then things will begin to change a little bit. Area of low pressure will begin to kind of squeeze this high pressure back out in the Pacific, and that's going to make for windy conditions on Monday, maybe a few clouds too, with high temperatures Monday cooling back now into the lower 80s. For Tuesday, still just a little bit breezy in central Washington, not as bad as we expect for Monday. Still consistent temperatures with highs in the lower 80s for Tuesday. As we get you into midweek Wednesday next week, sunny skies. Boy, we're going to get back to those light winds again, and look at all the clear skies around the west. High temperatures again staying in those lower 80s. And by Thursday at the end of our forecast, here's another little bit of a ridge building over the Pacific Northwest. We're going to stay mild with high temperatures on Thursday, once again in the lower 80s. Take a look at that 7-day forecast now. 55 tonight, so slightly below normal. 83 tomorrow, 86 Sunday. Boy, how's that for a weekend with hardly any wind? Enjoy it, because the winds will pick up on Monday and Tuesday as we begin a slow cool down into Tuesday. But then back to seasonal weather on Wednesday and Thursday with sunshine both days and high temperatures of 83. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710. Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Friday to you. It was a game of missed opportunities for the Mariners last night, dropping the opener of a 4-game series at home to Kansas City, 6-4 the final. Seattle twice had the bases loaded in the first and fourth innings and could only manage one run off those chances. Mariners did cash in with a couple of home runs in the fifth.
Here's a high fly ball. Deep right center field. Giddy up, baby. Gone. A home run for Kyle Seager. 2-0 Mariners in the fifth. Home run number 30. Matching his career best back in 2016. Jake leans into this one. Deep right field. That ball is gone. A 2-run homer, Jake Fraley. His 9th home run, RBI's 28-29. Hey now!
Yeah, it was looking good, but then Yusei Kikuchi ran into trouble in the 6th, loading the bases before being replaced on the mound by Joe Smith. The right-hander quickly gave up the lead to Kansas City's Salvador Perez.
And Salvi blasts it to left field. Gone for a grand slam, and the Royals' second in the last 2 games.
Pick that up in the bullpen. Take care of that 0 for 4 with them loaded this year. Clean the bases with a good, clean, powerful swing. And the minute Salvi hit it, he put his head down, and that told us he got every bit of that.
Manager Scott Service said it was a rare case of the bullpen not holding up their end and Seattle not bringing guys home when they had the chance.
Kind of a different type of game for us tonight. That's for sure. I thought we were in pretty good shape, there and going out for the 6th inning. And, it turned on us quickly with, the Royals are very aggressive and, they're going to swing early and, they jumped on some stuff there early in the 6th. And, Joe Smith has been so good for us and, just left the ball up, made a mistake to Salvi, who's having a heck of a year. Perez, puts the big swing, and that was kind of the big blow in the ball game. But Offensively tonight, I thought we had a lot of chances to put a lot more runs up there. It wasn't our night as far as situationally hitting with the guy on third.
Seattle and Kansas City at it again tonight. Logan Gilbert on the mound facing Chris Bubik. Elsewhere in the AL West, Shohei Ohtani's 41st home run was the lone bright spot for Los Angeles as the Angels were drubbed by Baltimore 13-1. Miles Straw, Bradley Zimmer, and Owen Miller each homered for Cleveland in the 10-6 win over Texas. And Aaron Judge's RBI single in the top of the ninth proved to be the game winner for the Yankees as they beat Oakland 7-6. Giancarlo Stanton, Brett Gardner, and Joey Gallo also homered for New York as they won their 12th straight. As far as the wild card race is concerned in the American League, Blue Jays fell to the White Sox 10-7. Boston beat the Twins 12-2. So the Red Sox lead now 2.5 games over Oakland and 3.5 in front of Seattle. Well, a surprise announcement came out of Seahawks practice yesterday at the VMAC in Renton. One day after being re-signed by Seattle, tight end Luke Wilson announced his retirement for the NFL. He said on his Twitter account that, quote, "I have decided to walk away from the game of football. This offseason, I went through some health issues and spent numerous days in the hospital with a severe pericardial effusion," end quote. Over the course of the 7 seasons, Wilson appeared in 85 games with the Seahawks, catching 97 passes for 1,208 yards and 11 touchdowns. Wilson also thanked Seattle fans for their support, saying, quote, "To the city of Seattle and the 12s, the love and support you've shown me throughout my time here has been truly special. Thank you. You really are the best fans in the world," end quote. Well, Seattle quickly added depth back to the tight end room by signing Ian Bunting yesterday. He played for Arizona last season. As the Seahawks prepare to take on the Chargers Saturday at Lumen Field, the offensive line is continuing to work on gelling. Offensive guard Damian Lewis says part of that has led to a bet between he and newcomer Gabe Jackson.
Oh, Gabe, fun, man. Just been out there having fun, bonding with each other, and, he just bring the excitement. And we got a bet going on who get the most knockdown this season. So me and him right now, we going at it, trying to compete, so we're going to get the most knockdown.
Preseason count?
No preseason count. This for the season right here. I told him.
What's the prize? That's the big question. What's the prize for your bet?
The prize, we got to put the money in, then, go take the O-line to dinner, at the end, whoever.
Defensively, Benson Mayoa says they hope to pick up where they left off at the end of last season as far as rushing the quarterback.
I feel like we got a strong group of guys right now. I see the young guys coming on, DT and Alton, they're out there getting to the quarterback, rushing the quarterback well, and we're going to need those guys. Carlos is Carlos. I'm coming on, the young guys are pushing me, and we all need to get rolling. We got Rasheem, who has 2 sacks in the preseason. He's coming on. We have a great 3-tech and Kerry Hyder, and he's doing really well. So we just got to keep going.
Seattle and Los Angeles kick off at Lumen Field at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. You can watch the action on Q13 Fox or listen to it around the Northwest on the Seahawks Radio Network. I'll be over there producing the radio broadcast again, and I will be having a report for you Monday here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a safe and sane weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And now let's check in with our friend Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. I hope everybody has a great weekend. As Grant just mentioned, we're in for a pretty nice weekend. Thank you very much, Mother Nature. On Monday, got a pretty good show lined up for you. First of all, we'll let you know how the Mariners did, wrapping up their 4-game series against the Royals. Also, Eric will be checking in from Lumen Field on the Seahawks and the Chargers, the final preseason game of the 2021 campaign before the NFL gets going. College football gets going this weekend. You can taste autumn in the air, and this weekend I'll be tasting that peach pie courtesy of Burl. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend. have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCW Life channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.